Hey guys, what's going on? Oh, let me fix this. Yes, I am totally missing my intro song. Um, I didn't have time to search for a new one. So, um, well, the other day I did, but sorry, hold on. I haven't had anything and my sugar's dropping, so I'm trying to bring it up a little with a little Hershey miniature, a cup, like two of them. Okay, so how is everybody? Thanks for being here. I hate not having an intro because although someone said they hated my intro, whatever, we'll never see them again anyway. But there's something like, like these little things that I like to talk about, but I don't want to do like a whole stream on. And these are the times that like I talk about them while people get the notifications, right? Okay, so I am just well, first of all, has anybody seen Jack? He was here, and then not the last time, but the time before that. And he's like, I gotta go. And he left, and then he hasn't been back. And I haven't been able to get a hold of him. So I just hope he's okay, you know? No, no. I mean, I don't know where else he like goes. Ah, Ronnie. All right. Woo woo. Let's see. Oh my God. Wait. Uh-huh. Yep. Ronnie is the first to use the new membership emoji. Oh, he was. Thank you. At least we know he's okay then. Okay. So yeah, Ronnie used the first. It's, guess what it is? It's the roof tiles. Yeah, that's right. It's the roof tiles. So, oh wait, why is this stuck? Oh, mini me. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope everything's all right. Um, is everything all right? I hope. So, anyway, um, I was so like every time I was like running into shorts, like a lot of Marilyn Monroe shorts pop up for me because I think she's an icon. I love her. And if I did a thing on her once a while ago, not a stream, not even on this platform, but about her being in what I consider the first influencer, while most people chose Paris Hilton. I think it was Marilyn Monroe. I mean, let's look at Chanel number 5, right? It came out in 1923. I'm sorry, or 21, and it when she mentioned in the 53 that she goes to bed wearing only Chanel number 5, they couldn't keep it off the shelves, and it is still here today. And I have it, and every time I smell it, I think, wow, Marilyn, used to rest. But anyway, different thing. Her dress, what happened to her dress is, it just absolutely pisses me off. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you, sweetie? Um, Please do tell me, guys, what kind of ego do you have to have that you think that you're so above that you can actually wear Marilyn Monroe's dress? I'm good, thank you. Um Oh gosh, stupid round eye. I have massive sinus problems. Mhm. I think what he has is kind of going around because yesterday, I think was it yesterday? I forget which day it was, but I felt the exact same way. Like I was completely sick to my stomach, and of course, my sinuses. I have really bad sinuses. But anyway, who do you think you are? You had enough money to make you know, an exact replica, but yet you had to put your fat ass, and I say fat ass because of the BBL, into Marilyn's dress. That dress was made specifically for her body. That was said. And when they said no, she got her mommy on the phone, and there was a big to do. And when you see her wearing Marilyn's dress, where everybody gets their picture taken at the gala, a lot of them change when they go inside. She was covering it with that fur. That's because she had ripped it. I mean, I would just die. Just get it. Make people think you're wearing it with the replica and leave it alone. Okay? Period. Okay. All right, guys, let's jump into today's nonsense. Okay? Well, we got some nonsense. All right. Well, first, we're going to jump into some Gypsy Rose. She's something else. Hey, Punch Monkey, how are you? You get to watch how she manipulated the police officers, how she, it's something. And it's just, I just, it pisses me off that she fooled the whole world, basically. She really did. She must be so angry right now that all this is coming out, you know? All right, let me take a sip and wash down my last piece of chocolate. Okay, that should be good. That was what was that? It was 2 minis. So that should be good enough. Okay. All right. So let's jump into this. And I just look, I know that the other guy did what he supposedly did, but it's also said that it's thought that maybe he was, how do I say this? Using a certain kitchen utensil on somebody who was not alive. God, that was crazy talk. I swear. The things, let me put my YouTube side on. Sometimes it drives me crazy to try to talk on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, guys, it does. Oh, God. Okay, let me just bring it up. I'm bringing it up. Okay, there we go. Okay. No, I didn't do the goal. Look at me. I'm a mess. There's a new goal. So if you are a member, there's a new goal of a roof tile from the tile story, from the rooftop lovin'. I just wrote that song just now. Rooftop lovin'. You guys are like, please, no. Oops. Story time. Okay. What if hey, Axelot, sweetheart. What if I said rooftop loving? Oh, God help us all. Hold on. We got a message coming in from somebody very special. Let's read it. Why am I doing it from here when I can do it like this? I just want to say that I was never fooled by Gypsy Rose. Abusers create more of the same. Yeah. It's a cycle. And I think she saw her mom be a monster. And I think sometimes when you do that, like you said, creates another one, it's like worse sometimes. And I believe that now with what I am like seeing with more FOIAs coming out and looking into more things about it, I went from somebody who used to many years ago feel sorry for her to somebody now who is looking very much at every little thing. And what I'm seeing is a mother who is afraid of her daughter, a mother who was trying to get her to go, you know, somewhere else. It's just it's insane. Let me put you guys up here. Is that you, Fernette? Is that you? What are you doing? Look, can I take a guess? Okay. You're either meal prepping, cleaning, or when did I start? Oh, just a few minutes ago. That's all. You didn't miss anything. You haven't missed anything. Oh, I understood what you said. You didn't have to. Okay. It's very difficult to know what's right when all you learn as a child is what's wrong, thinking it's right. Absolutely. I agree with that. I agree with that. But I do, in this case, I don't want to completely say, oh, well, she was, um, she was brought up that way, so, it's okay what she did. I don't think it's okay, because if you look at it that way, then you can also say, well, look at Nicholas. I can never say his last name. Goodajohn or whatever. He was on this, he's on the spectrum. He was vulnerable. He was a gold mine for her. Oh, absolutely. So there's some things you're going to hear in this that I think, you'll see. But no, I definitely understand what you're saying. Anonymous just says the girl's got mental problems. That's all she has to say. Oh, God. Okay. Let's. Fair enough. There comes a point as an adult that you have to reassess. Yeah. At just still, you should be able to tell that society doesn't accept certain things. You can't discount personal responsibility. Yeah. Oh, that's a good comment. Absolutely. Yeah, that's true. Very true. I knew you were making food. I just knew it, guys. I knew it. My husband is going to Texas tomorrow, so right now I'm doing absolutely shit fuck all. Good for you for once. Sit down, Fernette. Put your feet up. I cleaned my bathroom like like a crazy person today. Okay. Let's go. I don't know why I said that, but all right. Now, some of this is unseen Skype messages. There's, mind you, he was doing this, I believe, from like a library and stuff. And so she's telling him to do certain things knowing he's in a library. It's just so weird. All right, let's go.
Between someone who asks someone to kill someone and someone that actually does it.
Is there?
I would never kill somebody. I would never physically go through with killing somebody. I can't.
No, that's why you find somebody else to.
Pull the trigger. When my mother, I just remember thinking like, oh my God, did I just do that?
Not me. I can't kill anyone. That's why he's in trouble to begin with, because he's the one that did it.
I pulled the trigger when my mother.
I got scared and desperate, and the only thing that I can think about was happiness. How could I get it?
I don't care.
Here's the thing. She's talking about happiness. How can I get it? Like, escaping. Okay. Now, her mother left her alone a lot more than she led people on to believe. I mean, she had us believing when this case like kind of first broke, and like those little documentaries, even after she was, in prison, we were told all this stuff, right? And at the end of the day, she was home alone a lot. Like, she wasn't held, hostage. I think she was in on the grift, and she learned to grift because that's what her mom did. And I heard that Dee Dee's mom was also a grifter. So it went from one mom to a daughter, then from that daughter to their daughter. And I hope to God that she breaks that cycle, with her daughter Aurora. But I don't know. I just don't know. Axelad, if I didn't say hello, sweetie. Okay.
I don't care. If all you care about is money.
My reactions to things are like, oh no, it becomes overwhelming. Just get rid of it, delete it. To stand up for myself if somebody wants to talk.
Got some nice ass
being as I
wigs.
am on parole right now, I can't do that. People got me by the short and curlies on that one. Let's believe. I won't always be on.
She knows what she's doing when she lies. She's very, very good at it, to the point where people won't know that she's lying to them just because she can do it without any conscience at all, which to this day boggles my mind.
I won't always be on.
What's up?
That line right there, you best believe I won't always be on probation. That is like spooky. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't like it. But I actually believe what that guy just said, the one who's doing the time, that I think she should also be doing. I think they should both be doing that time, and he said, she's able to, lie like that with no problem. She could probably pass a polygraph, because I think she's a psychopath. That is my opinion. Okay. Now, of course, I'm not a doctor and I can't diagnose anybody, but I think she's a psychopath or a sociopath. And I do truly believe that you could hook her up and she would pass because she has no conscience, none, no remorse, no nothing. Because she could have gotten up and walked out of that house at any point in time.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Well, it would appear that a lot of the content creators are doing something right. And the reason that we all know this is because Gypsy is going out of her way to get their content removed. It happens all the time. She goes after pretty much anybody and everybody. But honestly, that doesn't change the fact that people are speaking the truth and they are getting the information about Gypsy Rose Blanchard that she wanted out there. Never
That's
forget
right.
that. She wanted these records
it out there.
And she doesn't like it, and nobody even actually cares about her podcast.
Oh
Like,
my
let's
God,
just be
I
honest.
know.
Nobody's actually sitting there watching it and, talking about it in depth and really thinking on it. No, nobody cares. If I really wanted to sit and watch Gypsy Rose Blanchard's videos for her podcast, I would literally just put a prompt into ChatGPT and be like, write me a 5-minute speech on, moving past abuse, how to be a survivor, blah de da de da, and there you go. Same thing, right? Because we know Gypsy's not writing this crap. So, nobody really cares. It's not really that deep. So Gypsy's going out of her way to harass the creators because they're doing exactly what she said to do. We're striking a nerve and we're getting closer to revealing all of the truth of this case, and she's not happy about it. So, since Gypsy so desperately loves the fact that we all talk about her case, that's exactly what we're going to be doing today in this video. We're going to be getting back into more of these FOIA records and seeing what Gypsy so desperately wanted us to see. And unfortunately, a lot of this is stuff that I wish I literally never did see, because I know this is something that will be probably burned in my mind forever. So I'm going to have to drag you guys through it as well. But before we get into all of these records and documents and all of that, I want to first say, if you want to keep up with everything on my channel, make sure you like.
Yes, please like and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that. And she has a good channel. And so, yeah, check her out. Morgan, I can never say it. Morgan Alina. So, yeah, check her out. And please smash my like button. I really would love that. Okay. The thing I was about to say is, yeah, she never thought that people would get this stuff. Like, I don't know why she never thought that, but she never did. And people did. And she doesn't like it. And it ruined her, her brand. And I think it's the real reason why Lifetime dropped her. That, and from what I heard, she's boring. Okay.
Like and hit the subscribe button. Also, I want to give a couple of shout outs to some of the viewers that have gifted me with a super thanks on my recent video.
My mom usually keeps all the numbers in her cell phone or on a piece of paper at home. And the only ones that I know are my mom's number,
I asked about you,
Nick's number that just got arrested, and my friend Dan's number, but we're not on good speaking terms. So.
Do you have a cell phone number?
No.
No, not at all. Did you have a home
liar,
phone?
My mom's home
Okay,
phone.
what's that number?
417-833.
Okay. Do you ever do anything on the computer? Do you ever play games or anything on the computer? Do you ever mess with the computer or anything like that?
I don't really have a computer.
Okay.
No.
Did you ever have a cell phone that you played around on or anything like that? No? Okay. No laptop or cable
My
fire or
mom
anything?
didn't let me use mine because she was like, it's unsafe. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why did she feel like it was unsafe?
No.
My mom tended to be overprotective.
Okay.
But,
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. That's understandable.
So first I want to start
It
off
is?
in the Skype messages. And these are going to be coming from Nick's computer, but they're going to hold Skype conversations between Nick and Gypsy, as well as Nick and his friend Allie. And, it's also going to show the amount of time that they were spending on Skype. So we know that they sent videos back and forth or whatever, but they also spent a good majority of time talking on Skype. And you'll be able to see that when we look at some of the timestamps on these. These were like hour-long conversations that were going on. And, multiple times a day, not always at night even, just randomly in the middle of the day. Nothing like what Gypsy Rose Blanchard has kind of pretended was going on. And we've all kind of seen it already, right? With those video messages that she was sending, she had to have a lot of time to be able to sit there and get all of that done. And so that's exactly what, was going on. Dee Dee was gone a long time. Like, she left that house quite often, it would seem. And Gypsy also knew how to get her mom to go out of the house and leave her alone so she could film these videos. But yet Gypsy also couldn't figure out how to get her mom out of the house long enough for her to escape. That's what we are all supposed to believe here. And not even counting the fact that Gypsy wants us all to believe that she was never left alone whatsoever. Why she couldn't run away, why she couldn't do X, Y, and Z that every other normal person would think of in the situation. And no, this is not even about being a perfect victim. None of that. No, it's just like, of all the cases that we've seen of, children being trapped or, overly controlled or abused, whatever, there are usually attempts to run away. I mean, yeah, that's just typically what happens. I mean, even that recent case in Oklahoma, Chickasha, Oklahoma, where that young boy, he's 12 years old, who was just recently found, had run away from his parents 3 times in 1 week because they were doing horrible things to him.
Guys, what case is she referring to? Does anybody know? By the way, Jack, and I think Vidal too, you guys are still, I believe, members of the channel. And I did put up, if you missed, which I think you both did, missed the last story time, I put up a new emoji. So if you want, you can use it. It's tiles. Guys who were here for that, you remember the tiles, don't you? Did Elizabeth leave? Elizabeth was here. Oh yeah, because it was sponsored by Elizabeth. Okay. Oh, you've had yeah. I was concerned. You roofed. Yeah, woo, Ronnie. Oh yeah, because I was like, yeah, Elizabeth, you're still here. Yes, you can all blame Elizabeth for that story. Okay, it's from that was yesterday, right? That was yesterday. So if you go and you listen, oh, you when you say putting your getting your eyelashes done, are you actually putting falsies on? I did like a couple of times, but like my things are hooded. I'd have to cut them, and I don't know, yes. So anyway, you have them. Oh, you're literally getting them done. Okay, gotcha. Okay, don't be typing. We don't want you looking crazy. All right, let's go back at it as people run for their lives. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what story they were talking about where did she say it happened? Some little boy escaped that many times, and they kept bringing him back. I mean, did they look into the situation? Jeez.
And again, that was his 3rd time in 1 week. So the fact that Gypsy made 1 attempt in her entire life is pretty crazy. And the fact that she was alone all of the time says a lot. It really proves that she was not some, captive little bird like she wants everybody to believe. So let's go ahead and look into
Very
these Skype
still.
messages and go back and forth between, Nick and Gypsy and Allie, so that way we can see what was going on. And there are a couple of things I want to point out as well that I noticed when I was reading through them. I'm not going to obviously read all of them because that would take a lot of time, and some of them aren't really like important, but we'll get into, most of the, more important conversations that was going on. So these are all obviously like conversations that they're having like in between their video chats. But, something that I noticed on this one, and again, because I said I'm not going to be like reading through every single one of them just for the sake of time, because a lot of it is just like,
wow, she was really working this guy. I mean, holy crap, she was working him up. Jesus.
well, are you ready to talk, or whatever type of stuff. So I did notice on this one though, where he's messaging Allie and he's saying, hey sis, just letting you know, I may be on the same track with Gypsy. Me and her just talked on the phone. So at this point they were kind of arguing and things were going on with them. But it's funny because Gypsy and Nick were able to actually speak on the phone and have phone conversations. Gypsy always kind of liked to pretend that she never was able to talk on the phone, even though they had a home phone. Like we've seen in the videos that home phone rang nonstop. Gypsy had the ability to talk on the phone all the time. So I doubt she was probably talking on the home phone, and she was probably using her cell phone. But I did notice here in this message from Nick that he's saying that him and Gypsy talked on the phone and they had a conversation and things were okay, because a little bit farther down in these Skype messages, they were kind of getting into it. And Nick is telling Allie about that and explaining like their problems or whatever, just for the sake of, showing that Gypsy and Nick did talk on the phone. So Gypsy did have the ability to call somebody if she needed help in a real situation. And like they would spend an extreme amount of time on here. So this call here at 12:29 lasted from 3 minutes and 45 seconds, but this one here lasted 2 hours and 40 minutes. So spending 3 hours at a time on Skype while Dee Dee is out of the house, having these live conversations on top of Gypsy taking the time to record all of those videos for Nicholas that she sent. That's a lot of time when you actually sit and think about it. She was truly sitting there with her mom in the next room talking to Nicholas, but regardless, huge gaps of time where she had the ability to run away. And I think it's always important to remember that. And it's not like, oh, I was chained to the bed. Because if you guys remember my video that I posted last week in the intro, one video where Gypsy's talking about how she has this fantasy of literally being chained to the bed, yet later on she uses that as some traumatic experience that her mother did to her, when all of us have sat there and said, like, that doesn't even make any sense. No details, always changing. She always changes the events surrounding that moment as well. And you would think that you would remember something like that for the first time you're ever like chained to the bed for 2 weeks. It wasn't like a, one sentence type of thing and you could maybe misremember that. No, this was a 2-week ordeal, something that would be very, very traumatic. Yet she always changes the story. But yet here we have her like 3-hour conversations on Skype, not counting all of the other things that she was doing as well. And I think it's very important to remember that and to point it out. And something else that was in these Skype messages that I feel like really, shows what a lot of us have kind of suspected. And it's Gypsy talking about how Nick is at the public library and she wants him to take his shirt off. Now, a lot of us have had this suspicion, I guess we could say, about, maybe Gypsy was involved in the whole McDonald's incident where Nick got caught, watching inappropriate things in public. And while he was at McDonald's for like 8 hours, he was trying to download some software for his computer.
I'm gonna hit my boyfriend upside the head if he did something. He got arrested back last year for watching porn at a McDonald's. I will never do that.
Look at her. Look at this shit. Look at her playing. Okay. So there's an officer where we can't see. That's why, that's who she's talking to. At first, I thought she was doing that just to, knowing that she is, being recorded. But apparently, no, there is an officer over there and staying in the room with her. So look at her like a little baby with her legs up and the blanket, and I'm so innocent. It just the whole thing. And then to go on Wikipedia and take away any words referring to red rum, and put victim of blah 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 and blah and survivor, and shut up. I mean, nobody believes you anymore. And what makes me so angry is that they fell for this shit. They did. And she got to walk out, and that guy is never going to walk out. And not that I'm saying, oh, he should walk out, but if she did, so should he. But truth, I think they should both be locked up. Throw away the key on both of their asses. And who calls their baby, their child, it? That's just odd to me.
You sure got an earful from me.
Hey, Salty.
I'm not 100% sure if Nicholas Godejohn had any Wi-Fi while he was living at home. He seemed to be out in public places a lot. Obviously, he got banned from the McDonald's, and I assume that's why he's at the public library at this moment, Skyping with
He
Gypsy.
got banned from
But
McDonald's.
at this point, she's talking to him, and she knows he's at the library, probably because she can see him clearly. But she says, I so want you to take your shirt off, LOL. And he says, baby, not in a public place, but I will be going to my grandma's this weekend.
She asks him to take off his shirt while he's in a library. Okay. Now, he's banned because he's banned from McDonald's. Okay, so one time, accidentally, I went to use the bathroom at McDonald's, and it was summer, and I had a little sundress on, and yes, it got stuck down the back of, my panties, and I'm just walking around like I own the damn place. Okay. And there was like, how every McDonald's has like a group of old guys that hang out there and lie to each other about their heyday. Okay, well, that group was there, and they kind of knew me from coming in there, and they were like, come here, and the guy whispered it to me that, I'm like, oh my God, and there's a police officer that worked as like a security there, I guess for extra money or whatever. And I had told him about that because he wasn't there. And one time he had to give me the Heimlich. Don't ask. And people, it didn't look, it looked like we were doing something not right. Okay. I'm so glad I don't wear dresses, Anonymous said. Anyway, so when I told him that, he goes, oh my God, you have a history of embarrassing yourself at this McDonald's. I'm thinking, yes, and other places. Yeah. It was, but I was just waltzing around though, like, I own the joint, and oh God help us. And then the other old men were mad at him for telling me. Oh, I damn went off like a firecracker. Okay, let's go.
And she responds, wink, wink. And then Nicholas says, by the way, I can't stop giggling. It is your smile. It makes me just want to keep doing it. And I guess I am showing a deeper sense of happiness by me showing you how I adore you. I just want to keep giggling when you're smiling. Oh, she's sending him emojis. Can't forget blushing. And he says, yep, blushing it is, sweetheart. Nick says, and when you said we do, I love seeing my soulmate become more selfless. Oh, how I enjoy that about you. And for some reason, that was something really important to Nicholas, was Gypsy being a selfless person. I think probably because she always acted very selfishly. That's something that he really tried to like drive home. And then this is where Gypsy gets into the whole, so if you were an animal, what would you be? And he's basically saying he's thought about this question before. He doesn't know what it is. She says that she's seen two cats mating and it made her think of them, which I found to be like really funny. But what she says here is that the male was biting the female though. And we know that later on, Gypsy convinced Nick, I guess, in the moment while they were, doing what they were doing, to bite her extremely hard, which she then kind of flipped and like used against him. I think personally as a way to kind of show that she was, salted in the moment after the murder.
Camps, I'm so
but
sorry
Nick
about
always
that.
said that Gypsy was the one that was kind of prodding him, I guess I could say, to bite her extremely hard. That kind of concerned him. But he said she seemed to be into it. She seemed to enjoy it. It was all very consensual. But I think essentially here she's letting him know that that's something that she's, intrigued by at least.
What I don't get is, did or did not the police go through all of these, like, the people on YouTube or on podcasts have? I mean, I literally feel like they're doing more work than the police did. Seriously, because if you take a good look at the stuff that's said, it's like they got to a certain point and they were like, okay, case closed. No need to look at anything any further. We're done. No. I really think that that's how it went, because there is no way in hell that you could have read all this, because you'll see what's going to be said in the interrogation room.
What is this and how did you get it? I'm a guy. I would never give a girl a hickey on her arm. Okay? How'd you get that bruise?
You bitch.
Look at me.
He kept my arm.
At what point did he grab your arm?
He kept on grabbing me to bring me around the house. And he made me clean up the drops of blood.
He grabbed me and he just kept grabbing me and dragged me around the house, and he made me clean up. Oh, there was so much blood in the house. Oh, stop it. Academy Award goes to, these cops must be the most inept, easily manipulated. Like, you know what it is? Her childlike demeanor. They think they trick themselves into thinking that they're talking to a literal 5-year-old here. She outsmarted all of you. You stupid motherfucker.
Describe that to me.
He forced me to be naked while I was doing it.
Oh, it's hanging, Camps. It's hanging.
Maybe I don't know. I'm reconciling what you said.
Maybe you can.
He killed my mom. He's into that BDSM.
Killed my mom.
That's a sexual thing. Okay.
And I agreed to it, I guess. And I guess it's not nothing wrong with him being a little controlling. It's just you don't know how he is.
Okay.
You don't know how fast he is. You don't know how he is.
Oh, she's good.
Go ahead with your story, okay? You're doing good.
Another question. Why is she in the room with a couch like she's a victim? I'm being serious here. He is in a regular interrogation room. Even his mom was. Explain to me why she's got a blanket on the on the couch and all this bullshit. I don't get it. I'm telling you now, I've seen some manipulation done by females to males, like, and vice versa. But there's a certain type of manipulation that some females do. This is totally different. This is, I'm a little child. What could I do bad? I couldn't plan or plot or hurt anybody. That's what it's given. Does anybody agree with that? Fucking psycho. She knew if she started this BDSM thing that they'd right away think he's a freak. Oh, absolutely. And Salty too, the thing is that she would like make it as we go, that she would make it like she's being like kind of abused, and the wacky thing is that it's the other way around. And that's why I don't get, did these people see Net. Okay, maybe right now you're falling for this crap because you haven't yet had time to get the warrants for all this stuff, for Skype, for whatever else. What was around back then? I don't know. MSN. I don't know. But like whatever they were talking through and everything, right? So tell me this. You haven't read that, okay, fine. But you guys, you're seasoned unaliving detective, okay? Or at least you should be. And you are letting this biatch Jack, you are letting this happen. They are totally, she's got you totally upside down. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, it's just absurd. I mean, yeah, okay. I used to do my little thing where to get myself out of some tickets or some trouble, by, acting like I wouldn't hurt a fly. Meanwhile, I was like committing God knows what kind of things out there. You guys will know. Y'all know. But, this is, I mean, ridiculous, though. Absolutely ridiculous. Wait, where'd that thing go? Here it is. I love your picture, Salty, now that I can, like, see it more. What is it? Anonymous. Oh, I'm done with. Ugh. There was nothing left in that cup. All right. That made me look crazy. Okay, let's go.
took me to my bedroom.
Don't worry about what I was doing.
He made me take off all my toys off the bed.
Oh, what I was doing. Oh. That's true. Exactly. Exactly.
The only thing is that she knows I would never hit her.
Okay.
So
Now see what kind of room he's
even
in.
with like me getting really, really rough to where it may hurt, she has gotten better and better at adjusting to it.
Okay.
To the point she actually enjoys it.
Okay. So when you say violent or rough, is
he's
what happens to make that like that? Like, are you biting her? Are you punching her?
No, I would never lay my hands on her.
Okay. Are you choking her? Are you pinching her?
No, I would not pinch her either.
Okay, see, I don't understand what it is. You have to explain it to me. What rough is?
I didn't even bite her at all. Actually, not for a long time. That is. I'm trying to think of.
Yes,
how to
that's
explain
what
it.
had him.
It was pretty much to the point where I would use all my force into it, pretty much. That's the way to put it.
Like thrusting into her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What
Okay.
the hell
So,
does that mean?
Would there be any reason that she would have bruises on her arms or her legs?
Yes, because she wanted me to mark my territory.
Okay, mark your territory.
Yeah, because I only remember I bit her twice.
Oh,
The
she
first
was
time I can't
working
remember. The second
it.
time I can remember though because I bit her a lot harder the second time.
Okay.
However, she seems to still enjoy it even when it was really hard.
Okay.
And they keep talking about blushing. And Gypsy says, "You're very sexy always." And then Nick is sending some emojis.
God.
Gypsy says it's part of the irresistible charm. And then they started talking about, he said, "Gee, dear, someone seems to be turned on. I may be, but that is one thing I can hide a little bit better, my love. However, this is my irresistible charm. I wonder how long you'll last in person while you experience this me." And Gypsy responds, "True, true." Gypsy responds,
What?
"You tell me when I'm too much action for you." And then Gypsy says, "I lick you." And she says, "I can do many things with my mouth." And again, remember, this is all happening in a public library.
That's too much for me.
So he's out in public. So
who did phone
Gypsy said,
sex?
"I might tackle you."
But this is too much for me.
Gypsy says, "What's funny is I can't wink with my left eye, only my right." And then again, Gypsy always likes to take the conversation to a very dirty place. Again, reminding you, public library. He starts wanting to talk about like the signs and everything, yet she's wanting to talk about, this and flirt and do all this stuff, knowing that he's out in public. And she's telling Nicholas Godejohn that he needs to be confident. And he's kind of explaining that he really isn't a confident person. But she said, "I had the thought cross my mind to flash you." And then she says, "I won't. I don't want to get you banned from the library." And then Nick says, "Well, that would be smart. Well, I am at my grandma's, but I know you wouldn't try to get me in trouble, dear. So most likely we will be able to show that naughty us." That doesn't even make sense. "But I know you wouldn't try and get me in trouble, dear. So most likely we'll be able to show that naughty us that we wanna when we are able to, which is when your king is at his grandma's, darling." So he's literally like, "You gotta wait till I'm at my grandma's. You can't be doing this here.
When I'm at Nana's."
So I honestly feel like that whole McDonald's situation is again proving to be more and more likely, which we know Gypsy eventually, like later on, played that against Nicholas, and of course her defense and everything like that as well. And the news and the media really played that against Nicholas Godejohn, saying that he was some deviant and some perverted individual. Yet we have Gypsy here literally enticing him and encouraging this same scenario to happen while he's at a public library. And then we've got another message from Gypsy, which I find funny solely because we know in the prison emails that were released of Gypsy, and whether that be with Ken or whoever, there's always some strange mention of food or whatever. I know we've seen chocolate Pop-Tart and all kinds of things. And Gypsy here in this moment calls Nicholas Godejohn. She says, "Okay, my chocolate Easter bunny, LOL." And I just find it interesting that she's the one that's always bringing up these food aspects. It's very common with her. And I hope Ken didn't really feel like that was special between them, because
that's
here you go.
word.
She did the same thing with Nicholas Godejohn. So then eventually during the conversation, Gypsy's like, basically got to go. My mom's waking up. But what I want to point out to you is the time that her mother is waking up. So clearly the mother is in the house. They're having these conversations. They're talking freely or whatever. But Gypsy's mom is not waking up until 12:44 in the afternoon. So she's sleeping in pretty late. Again, ample opportunity. But we know that, Dee slept quite a bit, honestly. I think she had a tendency to kind of stay up late and sleep very late. But, these are all extremely long periods of time. So in another conversation with Nick, with Allie.
Here's the thing here. All that bullshit about her not being able to get out of the house, that goes right down the damn tubes. Why didn't the police or the prosecutors even see that? Even if they gave her a deal, why in the fuck did they give her such a good deal then? It reminds me of that Canadian, that deal they gave that Carla Homolka in Canada. And once they gave it to her, even though she hadn't gone in front of a judge and officially took the deal yet, they still couldn't reverse it. Very strange laws, I guess, in Canada compared. But I know it wasn't liked by a lot of people. Why didn't they look at this stuff more? I don't understand. If they just looked at this, man, it would be. Oh, just let me here.
His friend, he's kind of talking about some issues that him and Gypsy are having. And he's saying, I thought so, sis. Right now, me and Gypsy are talking about me getting her mom's blessing. Even though all of my exes, I won all of their parents' blessings. I don't know why Gypsy is so worried about me messing this one up. And Allie responds, I don't know either. So clearly, Nick is really working and trying to get Gypsy to understand that he possibly could, win over Dee and allow Gypsy and Nick to date. But Gypsy doesn't even really want to put a lot of effort into it because we all know that Gypsy's entire plan the entire time was to murder her mother. Mm-hmm. She felt like that was the only option, I guess, aside from getting pregnant, which, again, two totally different, ends of the spectrum as far as planning. But Nick's upset about it because he's like, I know I could do it, but Gypsy doesn't have any faith in me. And it's something that's really bothering him to be bringing all of that up to his friend Allie. And in another moment where Gypsy is talking with Nick, she's telling, I guess, that she had maybe taken a break or something. She said, it's my mom on the phone. She's saying she's on her way home to go to church, hun. So again, Dee gone out of the house. She's calling Gypsy to give her a heads up, like, hey, I'm on my way home. I'm going to go to church. All of this stuff. So Dee was leaving Gypsy alone all of the time. Not keeping an eye on her 24/7. Gypsy was free to do whatever she wanted to do. And instead of running away or getting help or searching up, things that could help her or let her, understand what was going on if she was so abused, no, she spent all of that time talking dirty online and making inappropriate videos. In another message, we can see Gypsy talking to Nick about her mom needing to have surgery for a kidney stone removal. And, that's something that's really prominent on one of Gypsy's Facebooks. She posts all the time about various surgeries that her mom needs to have. So again, this is kind of, unless this is a lie, we don't really know, but we all are aware that Dee was in very poor health at this time. She was going through a lot. She had diabetes and all kinds of stuff going on. And this is just another instance where Gypsy had the ability, her mom's getting surgery, but instead she would just sit there and update Facebook instead of planning a chance to run away. And then this is a message from Nick to Allie that I was kind of confused about. He's obviously sending this to her. I don't know if he's copying and pasting it, but it says, I just felt you should know that the girl you call your girlfriend is just not willing to leave my boyfriend alone. I've asked her to get her to back off, and I don't appreciate someone who tells the person I'm with that they love him on a regular basis and send naked pictures to them. I don't know any other way to try to get her to back off. She keeps texting him because he blocked her on Facebook, and she is texting from some online text-based website as it isn't a real number that comes up. I just want to let you know that she isn't seemingly to be faithful to you. She will just not leave him alone. Maybe if you ask her to stop, she will, because she isn't listening to me or my boyfriend. So clearly this is Nick sending this to Allie as a message that he received, assuming, like I assume it would be about Gypsy. So Gypsy's obviously messaging another guy, texting him, because when they're mentioning this, number that's coming up, because they're assuming it's some online texting, it's not a real number. Gypsy had a VoIP number associated with her phone, which is basically like an internet phone number. It's not like a regular phone number.
Right.
And that was also registered through Dee Dee's name. So Dee Dee was aware that Gypsy had that phone. So Nick's getting these messages that Gypsy's sending naked pictures to other guys while they are dating and telling other guys that she loves him. And Nick is obviously very upset about it and sending these messages to Allie.
Well,
but it's funny because when Gypsy went to jail, she was telling all of her.
Well, think about it for a minute from a psycho's point of view. She's working it to the point where if one won't, another might. So just keep on going till somebody does it. That is the game she's playing. Okay. And if she was to get caught in the planning process, all she'd have to do is it's role play. It's just role play, and she's literally, doing that. I also think she's a fucking nut.
Her family members like, yeah, I had no idea. I thought he was this good guy and he was cheating on me the entire time with multiple girls. Yet here she is literally messaging other guys, sending them inappropriate pictures, telling them that she loves them while they have a girlfriend themselves. And no wonder Nick was getting mad at her all the time. I mean, honestly. And yet he was still literally willing to kill for her. That's actually insane.
Was bad. It was in the form of text messages.
Right.
And so, anyway, now it's bound over for trial, so after you go to trial, and basically, what my lawyer is looking at is the charge of manslaughter, with the penalty of 15 years maximum. But most likely I wouldn't get that much time because I didn't do an actual kill or anything.
Oh my Lord.
I was just kind of aiding it rather than being the one.
Exactly. But in there, who he's talking to, who's his fifth? Is his sister?
What's that?
He sent a text to his fifth. He said something about that. Is his sister he was talking to?
And it was like
his sister.
what's that?
On that, when he was talking about you.
Oh, okay. Because I know that he was cheating on me, and that he was talking to his best friend about it, and
why does she even care?
For me, I had taken like 2 Ambiens. His mom was giving me her medicine too, and I had a bad reaction to Ambien.
So this is somebody obviously sending Nick this message, and it says, I don't know yet, but fine, yes, I cared about him a lot, but never like what I feel for you. All he wanted was to play me. I was loyal. I was willing. Hell, I did fight for him, and he tossed me to the side. I was 15, and he twisted my mind.
I'm very confused there, just like her. And also, her mother did not give her those. She stole them from her mom. Okay. Let's be real here. Okay. But her mom's not here to tell the truth. I just, don't know. I don't know how this poor guy was dragged into this. Well, I kind of do. Just that manipulation she was using in when with the detectives in that room, she was doing that to somebody on the spectrum. I'm not saying that, oh, they're all dumb or, oh, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying to quote his mother's own words, he was vulnerable, very vulnerable, Jeez Louise.
So I don't know, what's up with that or what's going on. I'm kind of confused about it all, but it's obviously coming from Nick. I don't think he's obviously writing it about him, so it's coming from somebody else. And I feel like it has to be about Gypsy because that's really the only thing that makes sense to me. And it's not talking about the boyfriend as Nick. So it can only be Gypsy in this scenario. And we all know how Nick hated Gypsy Rose Blanchard's, freakouts is what he liked to call them. But he says that he's essentially excusing the behavior, I think, because he says it has to do with her time of the month. She gets too emotional during this time, but towards the end of it, I don't know why, but she gets extremely blank towards the end. And it don't seem like it's towards the end yet. So he's confused as to why she's acting like this because she's given him this reason that, oh, when I'm on my period, these things are happening, which kind of makes sense, though, because if we look back at Gypsy Rose Blanchard's book and she talks about her and Nick's encounter for the first time at that movie theater, she added in that very, graphic detail that she was on her, cycle. She was on her period and wearing a diaper, even though Nick denied any of that. But, this is, I don't know if this is something maybe she's just also into as well. I don't really know, but it seems to be like a recurring theme with Gypsy, bringing up this whole, being on her period and in the mood or whatever. But Nick is clearly confused about what's going on. He's trying to understand, like, it's not the end of her cycle yet. I don't know what's going on. Overly emotional, and that's something that Nicholas Godejohn really did not like.
Godejohn.
I've noticed, yes, I do get horny during my period.
I do get,
a lot more than I used to.
Yes, I do get horny when I'm on my period. A lot more than I used to. Oh, for crying out loud.
And to the point where it does get uncontrollable. Like you said, I would have to release it out on you.
I know, right, Salty?
It's just how it has to be now. And things have changed with me, with how
what is that?
With how I think, how I act. I know we don't agree on everything.
In this Skype message here, Nick is basically talking about how he's upset with Gypsy because we know Gypsy was very active on these like pregnancy groups on Facebook, and she was posting about how she wanted to get pregnant with Nicholas, and all of the other members of the group kind of encouraged Gypsy to wait and not get pregnant. And I don't know exactly what all they were saying, but apparently Nick took offense to it because he says, and again, he's sending this to Allie, so he's showing Allie what he said. By all that, I remember you talking about, and such, then I feel like this vibe from you. I find what I didn't want to find. Now I feel betrayed so much that I'm pissed. If you don't want a child with me, then effing speak up. I already went through hell for you, and for you to say that I'm always going to have your back, then you effing fall out on it.
Thank you,
and
then,
you don't even defend my name when other women are talking bad about it. It shows how little you really do have my back, and it's effing disgusting because you were supposed to have my back. You were supposed to not let others just talk bad about me and say, wow, okay, I'm going to wait. Like, wow, these women know what they're talking about, so I'll just agree and betray him. Not to mention you are betraying the only one of your kind. I guess that is the twist of fate at its worst. So he's clearly upset that Gypsy didn't defend him online and is allowing all these women to, I don't even know if they were trash talking him. They very likely weren't, but he took it as that. But I think he's more so hurt by the fact that Gypsy was immediately willing to switch it up after they had all these plans. Remember, one of Gypsy's main plans was to get pregnant. And the second that someone tells her not to, she's like, oh, okay. You know, like, so she's not very serious about any of these plans except for the murder of her mother.
And he
Pisses
doesn't like
me
his
off.
name to be dragged through the mud.
Is that something he's told you, or words that he's used, or okay? So he told you he didn't like his name being dragged through the mud by your mom. Okay.
And
Bobblehead.
it was his way of getting justice or revenge.
Okay. Do you know what he meant by getting justice or revenge? You know what he meant by that? What did he tell you?
He
Oh,
just said
God.
that she had bad talk to him, that she deserved
You
it.
did?
And he says, did he say she deserves it, or did he say she deserves something else or something different?
Well, he said that he
You
would
can use whatever word you want. No trouble.
he said he would have been way worse if he didn't care about me.
Part of me took over, and because she knew right away that I admitted straight out to the whole thing that I was not going to get involved with this, no matter how much she tried to push me. It was going to have to be a darker side of me of some form that I have never had the opportunity to explore.
So that's as far as we're going to be getting into the documents in this video today. Of course, we've got a lot more coming, especially when it comes to Gypsy Rose Blanchard's Facebook profile. I really want to get into that in depth, but I want to know your thoughts on everything we went over in this video. What do you think about all of those Skype messages and things that we were going through? We've all said it. None of this makes sense. It doesn't add up. And that's what usually happens when it's a lie. And that's what Gypsy has been doing this entire time. She has literally been lying to everybody. That is a known fact. But now we're finally getting into the truth. So I want to know your thoughts. What do you think was the most, telling as far as what we went over in this video? Drop your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, don't forget to
Okay. So, yeah, oh my God, stupid round eye. Oh my God, that shit. Yeah, guys, I don't know what to say. You're killing me. You're killing me. Okay. So, how many of you guys know Ashley Trevino from TikTok? She's like a hot mess. She tries to date inmates. She talks to them, I'm glad I'm getting high, or I'd have to do so. My shit to say about. Well, nobody's allowed to leave. Okay, so well, some got out before I said that. Anyhow, so if you know Ashley, you know about Ashley Trevino. Now, keep in mind, like, I don't sit there and watch her because I don't really do TikTok, but sorry guys, I do have like another phone with a different Google account on it and everything, so this way I could try to look through if there's something interesting enough. So I do know okay. I wonder why it takes so long for the thingamajig to show up on the phone. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Give me a minute to think. Okay. So anywho, yeah, so some people like know her. Well, she had been arrested, and believe it or not, we do have the thing, but I think I don't think it was that interesting, to be honest with you, but I do think that this one over here is okay. So we're going to have a story time, and I'm trying to like think in my head like which story I want to tell. So you guys just give me a little bit of time. I jot, like when I think of like an old thing that happened or whatever, I sometimes like will jot a word or two down, and I'll know what that means, you know? So if you just give me a minute, we will. Oh, this stupid thing. Get out of town. Okay. That ruined cute. Ew, they'd be red. Oh, God. Oh, no. Well, yeah, the Ashley Trevino thing, her arrest for whatever isn't that interesting. I mean, it's okay, but it's really not that, interesting, to be honest. So what's going on over there, Jack? Oh God, he's vomiting. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start this one, and then there'll be a story time. Okay. Oops, wrong one. Okay. This is, if I remember, crazy. Crazier than me. Okay.
You're all on body camera being completely careless about killing 2 people tonight. You could care less. That's sad and pathetic.
I hate when they do this
and
at the
my car got hit,
beginning.
and then someone said, "Oh, someone else just said." I'm just like, "Oh my God, how did that happen?"
Keep blowing till you hear the machine click, okay? All right?
What of a what?
Yes, ma'am. You are under arrest for DUI. Come right over here.
I would be right back.
$500. I'm gonna start off with 2 Long Island.
You haven't had enough of drinking already?
We're talking about Vegas. There's no limit at Vegas, right? Have you been there?
College senior Stephanie Malgoza went out for a night of partying on April 10th, 2022. With only 4 weeks left before graduation, she was planning a trip to Las Vegas to celebrate her birthday and a new beginning. Enjoying her evening, she'd already left one drinking establishment and was on her way to another. Little did she know, however, one extremely poor split-second decision was about to change the lives of many in a most horrific way. 2 unsuspecting victims had no idea that they were about to cross paths with extreme danger. East Peoria police have just been dispatched to the scene shortly after Stephanie herself placed the 911 call to report an accident to authorities. Upon arrival, officers frantically attempt to make sense of a dire situation as they evaluate the absolute disaster before them. It's likely that this scene ranks among the most gruesome they've ever encountered. Among the wreckage at the site, a severed leg is located, later described as sticking out of the grille of Stephanie's vehicle.
I'm so confused. So, we got another one over there.
Oh my God,
Rossi,
what's going on?
grab some gloves, take over CPR for Pyro. Has anybody gotten all your information?
No one. Someone, your friend took my license.
Do you have a driver's license?
Your friend took my license.
Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Didn't she just at first get... Okay. I had to pee, guys. I'm sorry. Bravo, Stu Round Eye. I know he's definitely on one today. Look, he's even crowned number 1. Gypsy got a hold of the cucumbers, then some bitches would be pickles and oh dear Lord. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna write it down here.
Okay.
Just let you know I got body cameras. Okay.
Upon speaking with Stephanie, as the officer obtains her personal information, he immediately notices that her speech is slurred, her eyes are red and watery, and there is a strong odor of alcohol on her
Do you
breath.
guys mind
Nonetheless, his
if
focus is
I just bring it back a couple of minutes, like just like to hear, just so that I could see like what exactly happened? I had to pee really bad, if you don't mind. Okay, since nobody said they minded. All right.
the attempt to make sense of a dire situation as they evaluate the absolute
So
disaster
911
before
was
them.
called.
It's likely that this scene ranks among the most gruesome they've ever encountered. Among the wreckage at the site, a severed leg is located, later described as sticking out of the grill of Stephanie's
This
vehicle.
is the first time she was pulled over that night.
So, we got another one over there. I'm gonna Rossi. Grab some gloves, take over CPR for Pyro. Has anybody gotten all your information?
No one. Your friends have my license.
Do you have a driver's license?
Your friends have my license.
Okay. I'm just gonna write it down here.
Okay.
Just let you know I got body cameras. Okay.
Upon speaking with Stephanie, as the officer obtains her personal information, he immediately notices that her speech is slurred, her eyes are red and watery, and there is a strong odor of alcohol on her breath. Nonetheless, his focus is to find out exactly what happened and how things went so terribly wrong.
Were you leaving the bar? Or were you coming down the road?
I was coming here.
Okay.
You know, I had just gotten my night started.
So were you going this direction or this direction?
I was coming this direction.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna have you do. Let's get away from the scene a little bit, let them do their thing, okay? This is your car, right? The red car?
Yes.
You were the only one in the vehicle?
I'm the only one.
Okay, come over here to my squad car, okay?
In addition to the signs of intoxication Stephanie is exhibiting, the officer also notes that her vehicle has sustained heavy front-end damage.
Can you take your purse off and just set that on here? We got him. Yep. Do you have anything illegal on you?
Yes, I have marijuana in
your purse. Okay. Have you had any marijuana tonight?
No.
Okay. Can you set those on the car for me?
My vape too.
Yep. Set that down there.
And my
In your phone? Yes, ma'am.
Never mind.
All right. Just come over here. Just put your hands on my car. He's got a pass search where I put you in my car, okay?
Okay.
No pockets or anything? Okay. All right. Until we figure out how we're going to handle this, I'm going to have you sit uncuffed in the back seat of my car. I'm going to get you out. We're going to probably do some field sobriety tests and all that. I got some more questions for you. But right now, I'm going to have you sit down just so we're out of the roadway, okay? Just scoot that over for me, okay?
Do you want to do it?
There we go. Are you hurt at all or need medics yourself?
No, sir.
Because your your car's pretty beat up, so I'm making sure.
Okay.
Are you bleeding anywhere?
No, I'm okay.
Is that a little blood splatter on your hands maybe from glass? See, you got glass cut all over you.
Do I?
Okay.
I think I'm okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Stephanie has read her Miranda rights and acknowledges that she understands. She agrees to give her version of what has landed everyone in this distressing crisis.
So, according to everything, this is the first time that she was arrested this night, right? They didn't say like that she was arrested, they let her go, and then boom, there's another call, right? Hello, anyone? Bueller? Okay, I'll stick with that. Okay, let's go.
What happened prior to the accident?
I was coming to full throttle.
Thank you.
I was almost here, as you can see.
Were you driving this way or that coming down that side road?
Here, this way.
Okay.
And suddenly, one person walked out in front of me.
Okay.
And my car got hit. I called you as soon as they got hit.
You called 911?
Yes, I called 911.
Wait a minute. Somebody walked out in front of her car and then her car got hit? That makes no sense. That to me says I ran over the person. Oh my God, this bitch.
This is an interesting choice of words. It's clear that
Very.
Stephanie is attempting to place blame on the individual she hit. She isn't taking responsibility for her actions and is putting forth her best effort to avoid consequences associated with her poor decision.
And then someone said, oh, someone else just said, I'm just like, oh my God, how did that happen?
Okay, what happened when you hit the one person? What happened?
I just called you. That's all I know.
Okay.
I called you.
Did they fall down right away, or did you get out and help them, or what happened?
I got out, I called you, and then everyone else came out. So I like kind of just let them come and take over the situation.
Okay.
But I promise you, like, I only know one person got hit, and I'm just like, they came out of nowhere because I'm a safe driver.
I get it.
But clearly,
I wouldn't give you the Safe Driver of the Year award, number one. Number two, what the fuck do you mean that you just let them take over? You hurt somebody, and that's that? You know, years ago, like really, really years ago, like a long ass time ago, my boyfriend at the time, like we were kind of on and off since we were like 14 until we were like 20 something in our earlier 20s. So anyway, I was supposed, like, this is like before everybody had a cell phone. Okay. So I was told to pick him up. All right. And I had his car to pick him up with, and I went to go pick him up, and he wasn't there. So long story short, I'm coming back, and I was, you know, like when you're pulling up to a light, you start to hit the brake lightly, and then you like, okay, it turns green. So you slowly start to, you know, push down the gas a little bit. All right. Well, apparently there were these two little boys with ice cream cones because there was a Carvel literally right across the street. They were on the opposite side, though, of the Carvel. They must have just been riding their bikes, right? And they were at the light. And you would think that, you know, they're just going to sit there and wait for the cars. I was not in the right lane. I was in the middle or left. I forget. It was I forget. But I was like definitely not in the right lane. Okay. But I think yeah, because it was a turning lane. So I was in the middle of the right lane and the turning lane. So anyway, I saw the kids and all that, and all of a sudden, apparently, and this was backed up, thank God, by people who stayed, that they darted out the minute the lights turned green. And I can't see them darting out because of the car that's in the right lane not moving, you know. And oh my God, I hit one of those kids, and they went up, I'll never forget it, onto the windshield with the ice cream cone. And I was like I was devastated, I was terrified, I was everything you could think of, right? And I got like onto are you smiling, Jack? Anyway, so yeah, I hit him, and I remember his ice cream cone going up on my windshield and everything. So the police station was like right there too. So was the ambulance thing. Now his dad comes and all this stuff. So the cop starts yelling, who did this? Anyone know who did this? And I'm going, I do. I did it. I did over and over again. And he just like kept yelling it. And I was like, oh, Jesus. He's like, they must have taken off. I'm like, sir, I just told you I did it. I hit him. And luckily for those people that stayed and told them what happened, that saved my ass. You know what I'm saying? But it took me a long time to get over the fact that ice cream cone and him coming up on thing. I mean, I wasn't going fast because I was about to stop. And yeah, Salty Peach, she can't follow chat. Shut up if you're talking about me. Yes, the kid was okay. He was fine. And it was a vanilla of ice cream cone, I believe, with sprinkles. Okay, you happy? All right. In a minute, we'll be having our story time. I'll wait till this one's over, and then it's story time. Okay? Oh, you people, she can't follow chat. You're going to hear from me, Jack. You're going to hear from me. I'm going to hunt you down I'm going to hunt you down like a junkyard dog. Okay? You feel me? You picking up what I'm throwing down?
This claim couldn't be further from the truth. The officer continues his line of questioning, and Stephanie's answers become progressively more outlandish.
If you had to estimate, how fast were you going when you hit the person?
Oh, no wonder I wasn't following.
I would say I was doing at least 40. At least 40.
You think
maybe 40 to 45, but at least 40.
Okay.
Technically, this likely isn't a lie, but the way she's phrased this statement could place her speed well over 40 miles per hour at the time of impact.
Ooh.
It's interesting that despite being heavily intoxicated, she is careful about the phrasing of her deceptive statements.
All right. Do you think you were going too fast for this area at the time with the darkness?
I honestly don't think I was going too fast because I try to be precautionary about where I'm at. Okay. But I just know that one person came out of nowhere.
Did you have your headlights on?
Yes,
guys.
sir.
Brights on or just regular headlights?
Regular.
Okay. So obviously you saw them. It was no time to react, no time to stop.
No time.
Okay.
That's the word.
Okay. All right. Where were you coming from tonight?
I was coming from Tavern 41 on Sterling Avenue.
Tavern 31 on
41.
Tavern 41 on Sterling,
Yes,
Peoria.
sir.
Okay. And you left the Tavern 41 and drove straight here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Over the course of the night, how much have you had to drink?
I probably had about 3 drinks.
Consistent with her previous statement where she claimed she was going at least 40 miles per hour, Stephanie continues with her selective memory statements.
What is 3 drinks? Are we talking, what type of drinks?
Just vodka.
Vodka, straight vodka or mixed drinks?
Vodka and water. So I was staying hydrated, and drinking. Mm-hmm.
If Stephanie is truly under the impression that this is an effective way to stay hydrated, she's obviously misinformed.
Right now, if you had me do a test, I think I would pass. Just don't.
Oh, stop it. Look, don't test me. Oh my God, I'm dead. I'm literally dead. I'm trying to stay hydrated for my skin. You know what I mean? I love it. I love when my skin's plumped up and my lips are juicy and plumped. You got to stay hydrated. What the fuck is she talking about? This stupid broad.
Test me, but I think I would pass.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. We are going to do those tests in a little bit because circumstances, obviously, we have to. Okay. How long ago was your last drink? Would you say?
My last drink, I would say about 40 minutes.
40 minutes ago.
Oh my God!
Were you drinking anything while you're in the vehicle,
She's too
or was the last drink at the bar?
At the bar.
look at the drink.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least drunk you've ever been, 10 being the most drunk you've ever been, where would you say you put yourself at right now?
5.
5.
Because I've been very drunk. And right now, like, I see you, I see everyone. I know the situation.
Good.
You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm aware of everything.
Okay.
Soon it's time to conduct the field sobriety test, the same one Stephanie just stated that she would be able to pass.
What I want you to do is follow the tip of my pen. I'm going to move my pen back and forth several times. I want you to follow the tip of my
Do you want
pen.
me to, like, walk or just my eyes?
No, we're just doing your eyes right
Okay.
now. I want you to follow the tip of my pen of your eyes only, but keep your head still. I want you to continue that test, so I tell you to stop, okay?
Okay, sir.
It's likely no coincidence that Stephanie addresses the officer as Sir here just before the sobriety test gets underway.
You understand?
Right now, yes.
All right, touch the tip of my pen just so I know where you're. There you go. All right. That's what I want you to follow.
Look how proud of herself
Nope,
she
keep your head
is.
still for me.
Oh, my head. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh dear God.
Just
help
your
me.
eyes. No, we're going to try that again.
It's hard.
All right.
Judging by Stephanie's demeanor here, she isn't any closer to grasping the seriousness of the situation. The theme continues as they make their way through the tests. As the officer administers the horizontal gaze nystagmus portion of the sequence, he's checking Stephanie's eye for involuntary jerking as she gazes from side to side. When someone is intoxicated by alcohol or some type of drugs, this jerking becomes more pronounced.
It's so hard because my head's...
Do the best you can. Just follow with your
Holding
eyes.
her head.
Are you able to hold your head still without your hands?
Okay.
All right, just follow with your eyes, okay?
Fine, okay.
He thinks this is funny.
Keep following.
Somebody really
What
got
I'm going to have you do
hurt.
is stand about right here, face my car. We don't have a line. We're going to pretend there's an invisible line straight from you to my license plate, okay? Can you see my license plate fine? All right, that's the area we're going to...
Did they say that out of her grill there was a leg? Is that what they said? Because if they said that, first of all, I don't know how you can. Oh my God, they did. Okay, thanks for that. With that little boy, I was like devastated. Like I was I was sick to my stomach about it, you know? And till this day, I remember every little thing about it, you know? And I was also very mad because he wasn't like the guy, I was picking up, wasn't even, he got a ride home and I didn't even need to be there. And, it's just all these things that, upset me. But apparently he wasn't like really hurt. And no, I wasn't in any trouble or anything because, got his leg. Who put a salty? Sometimes you gotta get a leg in your car grill. No big deal. It's so great, you guys, and that's what a horrible group of people.
Shoot for, we're going to walk towards that, okay? What I want you to do is put your left foot down first.
Okay.
Now put your right foot in front of your left foot with your right heel touching your left toe, just as I'm demonstrating. Go ahead and get in that position for me.
Can I show an example?
Yeah, I want you to.
Okay.
Go ahead and tie your shoe for me, okay?
Sorry.
Do not begin until I tell you to, okay?
Okay.
Hands straight down your side.
And I show
When I say you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps down this line, you're going to turn around and take 9 heel-to-toe steps back. On your turn, I want you to keep your front foot on the line. Then you're going to use your other foot to turn yourself around with several small steps, okay?
Oh, my God.
Count out loud so I can hear you. Once you begin the test, do not stop until you have completed the test, okay?
9, turn around.
Yes. Do you understand my instructions?
I think so.
All right. Go ahead and begin the test, okay?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, dear God, help me.
Turn down. Multiple steps. 5, 7.
I never understood people who, like, if any of you guys have done this, I mean, it happens. You guys know I've done some shit, especially if you've been following me for a while or heard any story times. And even, if you haven't heard a story time, you've heard me tell some stories, like just tell them in the mix, right? So I'm no angel, but so please don't think I'm putting you down. I just don't get people that can knowingly go to a bar, knowingly they're going to drink, and don't think of a way home. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so, I mean, like years ago, so many years ago, if me and a girlfriend of mine went to a bar, right, she would drive, and then we one time physically were fighting and rolling on the floor because she was really, really drunk. Okay. And I told her, no, just leave your car here. You know, we'll get a cab home, and then tomorrow I'll drive you back here to get the car. No, I mean, she went crazy, then jumps in her car, takes off, no lights on. No, I if that was me and I did that, I would get caught. You all know I would, okay? But I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe she didn't end up hurting someone or herself. It's crazy. The lady had body parts. Oh my God. She is now known. Oh no, stupid round eye. I know you didn't say that for being stupid and coming with swappable parts. Thank you, Frenette. Oh my God, Jesus, I can't. What did Axelot say up here? Shit happens. You can say shit in my chat. Okay. Oh my Lord. Let me go back to this jackass asshole.
9?
Yes, ma'am.
And turn around.
After the walking test, Stephanie attempts the one-leg stand portion of the series, she
I
fails
told
this
you
part
I
just
would
as miserably
fail.
as the previous sequences.
All right, go ahead and begin the test, okay?
Let's see.
1,000. Is that what it is?
You drop your foot, lift it right back up. You go where you left off.
1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8. Oh no. 9, 1,000. Oh, I can't do it.
Continue the test, okay?
But it's a lost cause at this
I
point.
know.
Stephanie's unable to maintain her balance, and the following
but
test
I
effectively
can't
places
either.
the final nail in the coffin.
This is called a
Oh.
PBT test. You ever blown one of these before?
No.
Okay. You know what the legal limit is to drive in
Now,
Illinois?
I have
I
a
do
question. I have a question. If you can't do this test, like, right? Like I couldn't be for medical reasons. But I can I'll blow a 0. They'll just think, and but if they took my blood, any drugs that would come up are, you know, what do you call it? Prescribed, and the numbers wouldn't be too high. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder what would happen.
Okay, 0.08, okay?
It makes me
What I have you do is
worried.
take a deep breath, a long, hard, steady blow into the straw, just like you're blowing up a balloon. Keep blowing till you hear the machine click, okay? All right?
Blow it
Yes,
up,
ma'am.
baby.
Take a deep breath, long, hard, steady blow.
She thinks it's funny.
A little bit harder for me, a little bit harder. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay. You're a Bradley student?
I graduate in 4 weeks.
You're a .264, okay? All right.
Holy
Stephanie's level is more than 3 times the limit. A BAC of this level is extremely high and very dangerous. It can lead to profound impairment of motor skills, coordination, and balance.
I don't think it's so dangerous, like, oh my God, you're going to die, but it's very dangerous to be driving like that, you stupid broad.
In addition to the slurred speech Stephanie is exhibiting, reaction times are greatly slowed. Vision may become blurred, and fine motor skills might be compromised. There's a significant risk of accidents and falls due to the impairment of these essential functions. Mentally, cognitive functions are severely impacted. Judgment, decision-making, and reasoning abilities are impaired, making it difficult for the individual to make sound choices or assess risks accurately. Memory lapses and blackouts can occur.
Okay, go ahead and turn around for me and place your hands behind your back. You are under arrest for DUI. Okay.
Despite the seriousness of this moment, Stephanie blurts out another bizarre and inappropriate exchange at the very moment she's handcuffed.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
All right, sure. I'm right over here. Let me sit back in the car, okay?
She must be trash. You're doing great.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Stick around for the story time.
Stephanie is transported to a local hospital as reportedly a doctor needs to evaluate possible glass in Stephanie's foot.
Well, your whole front windshield was shattered out, so that's understandable.
Right now, I know what I did. I know I did.
Okay.
Whoa, wait a second. Did she just say?
Crying.
In Stephanie's foot.
Well, your whole front windshield was shattered out, so that's understandable.
Right now, I know what I did. I know I did.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take a little break while we do a story time. Okay? Mega Maid has gone from suck to blow. Okay. What? I don't even get it. But okay. With the fucking leg in her grill. Oh, poor thing. Right? Poor thing. And she might even have glass in her foot. Oh, the poor thing. My prayers go out to her. Spaceballs reference. Oh, well, excuse me for not remembering Spaceballs. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. So you guys who have heard my stories before do remember I call her by the name Elle, right? And so Elle and me and, you know, let's just call them T and C. Oh, wow, TLC. That's cool. All right. Anyway, moving along. So, they asked me if I want to come work a bachelor party. And for those who are newer and maybe don't know, we're not talking like escort or like dancing with no clothes on or any of that. We wear very very skimpy like clothes, and it's like a burlesque kind of thing. All right. It's through an agency that's usually hired out by like companies that put on parties. Do you know what I mean? All right, so got you guys. Now, understand there's no excuse for not. Your balls are going to be in space if you fuck up my talking one more time. Okay? There's no excuse. Okay. I hate you. Okay. So All right, so my costume had feathers and stuff on it sticking out like the sides, but not to where I can't put my arms down. And they were also like yeah, no, they were on my arms, right? That's why they were sticking outside of my arm. Like, so they were going down my arms, and it was like a sheer black, if I can remember correctly, material. And then it was just like leather straps that went around, and, you know, I don't know. And then, you know, my God, I can't even think of the words. Oh God, whatever. So it was let's just say it was a very risque type of outfit. All right. And when you, let's just say, when you, if you were to be laying down with your legs up, everything would be seen. Okay. Leave it at that for a minute. Okay. So we're up, we're entertaining, we're doing our thing, partying. Now, I always say normally when I do these, I never drink, and I definitely don't take, if I do, I never take a drink from anyone. No way. So we also have people that come with us from the agency. I'm talking like it's now. It's not now. It was then. So they would come with us, so, make sure we're okay. So anywho, I took myself, I got the cup myself, I got the, I think it was rum myself, and I took 2 shots. And then next thing, we were up on the bar, and the 2 of us were, and we were like, dancing and doing this thing with the feathers, like where you can cover yourself and then open your arms and blah, blah, blah. So I am wearing platform. I always prefer those to like stiletto type shoes, and I'm wearing like big platform high shoes. And the one thing bad about these is they slipped very easily, and that's what happened. I slip backwards, and there goes my fat ass into the bar's sink. Okay. And the bar sink was right behind. When I say behind me, I mean like on that, like, how do I say this? Like, literally, if you were the bartender, okay, and somebody wanted water, the sink would be right in front of you. Okay, there you go. And it had one of those high faucets that, like, went up. So it was back a little bit because they had a big counter behind the bar. Well, I fell into that sink. My legs were up in the air. Where do you think the faucet was, guys? Just take a little gander as to where the faucet was. Yes, that's right. It was where you don't want it to be. And let's just say, if you were a virgin, you would have to go and confess to your priest and beg not to excommunicate you. Okay. So there I was, and what I said about my costume, not a joke. I also hurt myself, I really hurt myself, and I was in this real weird twisted contortion, I was stuck. Okay. So, and humiliated. And I hear them going, oh my God, Jill. And then they're coming over and they're trying to, get me out. And then you hear come yelling from the crowd, I thought her name was Melissa, right? And it's not Melissa, but whatever. So at this point, who cares if they knew what my name was, right? And I got to ride the faucet. Oh my God, Queen Cat Lady, hey! Yes, oh man, things were happening. Stoop around eye, things were going places, okay? And then I was like, oh dear God, right? And after this humiliating thing, and then the costume ripped, there was feathers like going everywhere. Oh dear Jesus. Look, even thinking back today, I'm embarrassed. I swear to God. Oh my God. I'm embarrassed today over it. Like, I can't get past it. And then big boy named Myrtle, love him. He's such an asshole. What? Big boy named Myrtle. So he could. Yeah, so jazz. So he anyway, they managed to get me out, and it was so hard. So the one thing that had to be done is my shoes had to be taken off so that I could like lean on things and with my feet, and help with their help, and me like kind of help myself climb out of this situation. And then when I got out, no lie, so all the guys at this bachelor party started clapping. Great show, ladies. Oh my God. But I remember telling the security, like people kind of that come with us or whatever, do not tell them this happened. But I like you guys who have heard some stories from like these situations. I wasn't a regular worker of this company. I was just like a fill-in because I made enough money, trust me, at my jobs, but it was extra money, and it was a lot of extra money. Like when someone says, do you want to make a few extra dollars? This was more than a few extra dollars. So hell yeah, and again, you didn't have to be naked or anything like that. Melissa, I know, the guy was like, I thought her name was Melissa. I'll never forget that, because that's what we told them my name was. I didn't want them knowing my real name. So it was okay. I was so bruised. Okay, my ass was so bruised. My my tailbone, everything that hit that damn faucet bruised. And then you really stuck there, and your legs are waving like, help me. Help me. And the feathers are going places. Dude, it was just, oh man, it was humiliating. Like, could you imagine if you had to do like, I don't know, an audition for this stupid job or something, right? And that was mine. Oh God. Oh. It sounds like you filled in all right. What the hell does that mean? I need to know what that means. What does it mean? Those was a girl until we took him into the vet. What? Kept his name though. I thought he was a girl until we took him to the vet. Got it. Okay. But I'm dying to know what. Sounds like you filled in all right. I need to know what that means. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. It did give Feathery Bush. Jokes aside, that sounds painful. Yeah, it was pretty painful. I just am glad that my tailbone didn't like get fucked up because I have had, surgery on my spine. But I, came through. I mean, see, that's my own fault for taking 2 shots. What do you mean fill in? Oh, I got you. Phil, yes, I did. That was my own fault because I usually never would drink, ever. Because, and that night I took those 2 shots. Remember I said, and I think that's what made me lose my balance, So no more. I wouldn't take a drink, but I filled in again. Oh yeah. Hey, the money was good, and then when we would leave all together in the vehicle that we all came in. Now, I've heard of some girls that got guys' numbers and did whatever. I don't know, like it wasn't ever me, and it wasn't my girl Elle. Anyone else that did that, I don't know, but no. I wasn't fucking up my reputation. Plus, why would I do that? I was working on Wall Street. I was trading like commodities. I didn't need to do that, but I'm telling you though, it was just fun. I liked it because you were dancing, the costumes, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of fun, but I got a kitten named Myrtle, took her to the vet. Vet said you might want to name. Oh my God. Yeah, I went back and saw what happened there. I'd call him Merle. Salty says, oh my God. Myrtle is still his name. Well, I don't blame you. Once you name somebody, I mean, a pet, that's it. It's over. That's their name, My cat that I had when I first started this channel's name was Samantha, and unfortunately she had to be put down very shortly after I started, and it broke my heart. It did. It did. So I'm glad you got a kitten to love and give a good, and I know you're going to give it a good home. I know that. So, okay. Well, we can all thank just say thank you. I'm not going to give names, but to the person who sponsored tonight's story. Thank you. Woo, woo. All right, let's watch the rest because apparently this bitch doesn't care that she killed somebody. That's the whole point. Let's roll.
And it was not true. And if it was true, I'd be crying. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh my God, I did this. I'd be like, wow, this thing worked, but I know what I did.
Okay.
Is she
her concern
for
for her
real?
foot is placed on the back burner, and her ramblings continue.
Her rambling. My ramblings continue.
It's gonna be so fun. I'm gonna spend at least $500. I'm gonna start off with 2 Long Island.
Oh my God.
You haven't had enough of drinking already?
We're talking about Vegas. There's no limit at Vegas, right? Have you been there? I swear to God, if you're Snapchatting right now about that, I'm going to be mad. Okay, well, you're being too quiet, so I'm going to start singing because I hate quiet.
Oh, God.
While the display may strike you as mildly amusing, everything will change when you learn the magnitude of the destruction that resulted back at the crime scene. You see, after Stephanie was first placed in the patrol unit, officers engaged in a brief but heartbreaking exchange.
I thought she was twirling around for a minute.
Suspects, that's her. She's. They're probably going to call both of them. So.
Oh my.
In addition, there was a bit more to the conversation that took place upon arrival at the hospital.
So, wait a minute.
So you understand what we're going to do? First off, I'm going to let you know the two people. You did hit two.
She just unalived two people, right? And on the way in the hospital, she says, I would know if I did, because if I did, I'd be so upset right now. What? First of all, if it was only one, if it's only one, it's okay? What is wrong with people? Like, I'm being serious. What in the fuck is wrong with this broad?
People total. You did.
I didn't.
Okay, I'm just okay.
Okay.
However you want to word it to yourself, that's fine. Okay, I'm just telling you, there's two people struck by your vehicle, and both are dead.
I did not hit.
Okay.
I can tell you right now.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you, the two people that hit your car, ma'am. Listen.
If
two people struck your vehicle, so I'm telling you, and they're both deceased on scene. I'm just telling you that information. Okay.
And you
we're gonna go in here. We're gonna do the thing. I appreciate you being cooperative so far. I got to tell you what's going on.
With the revelation that everything was already disclosed to Stephanie, and despite this, she continues to engage in her completely remorseless behavior. The officer attempts to put things in perspective for her.
I school tomorrow, so how do I get my car here tomorrow?
Your car is totaled.
Which one?
Your car is totaled. Totaled, wrecked.
Okay, so how do I get it?
You don't.
So I don't go to school tomorrow, is what you're telling me?
You're going to jail.
You want me to be honest with you? You're going to jail. You don't have a bond. You killed two people tonight. I don't think you understand that. You do not have a bond. You are not getting out of jail. Your car is property of East Peoria Police Department because it's a crime scene. It killed two people tonight. You are clueless with that. Clearly, I've already explained this to you. You're going to jail for reckless homicide tonight. You're going to jail for aggravated DUI for killing two people. That's what's going on. So no, you're not going to school tomorrow. You're not getting your car out of impound.
Say the Tuesday, my night.
Did you just hear what I just told you?
You said I'm not going tomorrow. I'm telling you about Tuesday.
Did you hear when I said that
you're going to jail tomorrow?
You're going to jail when we're down here?
Yes.
Did you understand what I told you? You killed two people tonight?
Yeah. I'm just wondering when I can go to school.
Okay.
Oh my God.
What Stephanie isn't grasping at all, as anyone else who chooses to get behind the wheel while intoxicated wouldn't be able to, is the fact that if you choose to ingest substances, you are completely responsible for your actions, no matter how impaired you get. This is the case both morally and legally in every state. Even if you are to the point of hallucination because you chose to ingest the substance, you are still responsible for your actions. It's nearly impossible to make good choices while intoxicated, and it's of utmost importance that if you choose to ingest substances, you must be aware of the risks associated with these acts. Think ahead and plan transportation before drinking or using other substances.
Exactly.
While devastating events such as this one occur far too often, they can be prevented.
You're all on body cam being completely careless about killing two people tonight. You could care less. That's sad and pathetic and horrible all at the same time.
Can you say that as a cop?
Yes, ma'am, you can.
Okay, so can I ask when I can go back to school?
Well, to be quite frankly, I'm a little more concerned about the two people that are dead right now. To be fair.
I can't wait to join the my car that my coworkers have.
You dumb bitch!
Oh my God, all of them have them. We're gonna be like, Hold on, dog. I'm tired up in this beard. It's okay. We're taking me to Vegas for my birthday. In 2 months. That'll be fun. I just can't wait. Party.
Though the unnerving footage ended here, the investigation was just getting started. Earlier that fateful night, 43-year-old Andrea Rosewich of Avon, Ohio, and 55-year-old Paul Prowant of Seattle, Washington were struck by Stephanie's vehicle. Sadly, there was no saving them. Both victims were pronounced dead at the scene. After news of Stephanie's arrest was made public, her fellow students at Bradley University held a candlelight vigil for the victims and later protested the university's decision to allow Stephanie to participate in the commencement. Ultimately, she was not allowed to take part in the graduation ceremony, but her degree was conferred nonetheless. Stephanie eventually admitted to striking both pedestrians and entered a blind plea to 2 counts of aggravated DUI and 2 counts of aggravated reckless driving. In April of 2023, Stephanie was sentenced to 14 years in prison.
Did you guys just see that fucking mugshot? She was smiling. She was freaking smiling. I don't know what no, she doesn't care, Salty. She does not care. I think the logical part of her brain is blocking. Let me see. Where'd you go? I think the logical part of her brain is blocking what that cop is saying because she can't handle it. Truth, I just think I have to disagree with you here. I personally think that she understood. She just didn't care. She was only worrying about herself. She was worrying about Stephanie, And she just, and I know that I agree with that. I just thought of that. Right. A measly 14 years when she, mowed down 2 people. She had no choice but to call because she's like, why would I have called? Well, let's see. Because there were people around that were all running to the situation. You had no choice. I swear to God, guys, one day we're going to get Axelot up here for Jill and Axelot's story times. I'm dead serious. It'll be like at night or in the evening. I'm going to talk to her behind the scenes, and we are going to have one. Because let me tell you, Axelot seems like she's so innocent. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's all a lie. That's a big facade. She is very sweet. We're not going to deny that. Very sweet. But very bad. What the hell was that? I should be locked up just for doing that. Okay. Exactly, Salty. Oh, God, I have to agree. Fuck that. Yeah, at least 40 years. 20, it should be 20 on each one and served consecutively, not concurrently. No roars. Ron, you kill me. You just kill me. Advertising for the old phone calls. You know what I mean. We both know what that means. All right, you guys. Thank you, guys. I had some fun. I hope I gave you guys some entertainment. So that's what counts. if you guys had fun. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Please hit like and do me a big favor. Please come back and comment. Leave a comment under. That really helps, and hitting the like button really helps. So thank you guys, and I will see tomorrow's a members only, so I'll see my members tomorrow. Okay, have a good one. Bye, guys. Woo woo.